Kill the Justice League.
Please?
Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice
I thought it was
League.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
I flipped it.
Kills the That sounds weird.
I'm starting with
right?
the statement.
That sounds
kill
weird,
the Justice
right?
League.
Kill
and
the
then
Justice League. Suicide Squad.
It does. I'm not saying that's his name. I'm saying kill the Justice
So we're
League.
killing
Now
the
Suicide Squad.
and-
You know what? Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, everybody, is here. Actually, it's not here yet, but it's coming out very, very soon after you listen to this podcast. But y'all may have seen Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League had a bunch of like previews that were coming out from journalists and critics and stuff like that.
Yep.
And there were some issues. People were like, IGN said that it's not good, basically, and a lot of negativity was coming out. So we actually played Suicide Squad during an alpha that was under NDA, and Rocksteady was like, you know what? That NDA that we had, we're lifting that NDA. Anybody that played it during the alpha, please talk about it. So we're here to talk about our experiences, roughly about 3-ish hours, I would say.
3-ish hours. I think that's how long the because it gave you like the first like 3 missions, I think, and then you were able to play some side mission content.
Yep.
And then you were able to unlock abilities and stuff. And abilities were fun. Like for me, for Captain Boomerang, I was like jumping all the way around, killing all these guys, which was cool because he was using the Speed Force Gauntlet. But then we got to a point where it looked like it was about to go into like a big boss battle, and then it cut us off. And it was like, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the alpha. You know, you can continue. You can restart it and play it over again, or just run around the city. So yeah. So about 3-4 missions. It was a good long. It was long.
It was a pretty good sizable alpha preview for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Rocksteady Studios is creating this game. They're the creators of the Batman Arkham series. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is what they call a genre-defying third-person action shooter where the ultimate band of misfits must do the impossible to save the world by killing the Justice League. So you join the newly recruited members of Amanda Waller's infamous Task Force X with Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark as they set out on a mission to kill the Justice League. Drop into this open world metropolis ravaged by Brainiac's invasion, terrorized by the heroes who once protected it. So we get thrown into a tutorial first where you get to play all 4 characters, and then they unleash you into the world of Metropolis. And how do y'all feel about the 4 characters and just the general like kind of gameplay experience of this, the traversal, the combat mechanics, all that stuff? How did it feel for you guys in this game?
Do you want to go first? You want to go first?
Go ahead.
For me, it took me a minute to get the hang of like the traversal.
Same.
Like it was kind of annoying at first. I was just like, oh, I don't know if I like this, because in the tutorial system you're doing like platforming stuff and trying to get to a location, because it's showing them going to like Brainiac's area to defeat him or something, and then they go to the past once you start playing in the city and stuff. So the traversal there was a little difficult because I wasn't used to it. But then once I got into the open city and I started running around, messing around with it, I started getting the hang of it. But at that time, I was playing as Deadshot, and then Brett jumped on with me. He wanted to play as Deadshot, so I switched over to Captain Boomerang. And his was a little bit more difficult to get the hang of. As for Deadshot, he has a jetpack. So they're all pretty unique. Captain Boomerang uses the Speed Force Gauntlet to like run super fast and like to teleport. Harley Quinn has the grappling gun with a like a bat wing flying around that she can attach to, and King Shark can just jump.
Yeah, he just jumps.
He just jumps really high, which he's still super fast for being a big guy. So like I think that took me a while to get used to, and then the combat itself is just shoot 'em up style combat, which is fun.
Yeah.
I can tell that it might get repetitive a little bit. But the unique thing is you can actually do counters, which we kind of predicted that when we saw the original like gameplay of it, because they had like these little symbols appear around the enemies. You can do counters, or you can do like takedowns where you can earn shields back if you take down. Use your character's special unique takedown skill to earn shields back and stuff. So yeah, so far like being in the city and running around as these characters is super fun. I think are we just talking about gameplay right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like doing that is fun. Each character feels very unique in their own way. I would like to like unlock more because you can unlock more like travel faster type stuff, and I would like to combo those up a little bit. But beyond that, I was having fun. I like the world and stuff, and some of the abilities that you can have. So didn't really get into the weapon modding yet because I don't think that was unlocked.
They didn't unlock it for us. Yeah.
So I'm excited to get into that. I think this is going to be fun to play with people. So I enjoy the combat.
Awesome.
How about you, Austin?
I agree with everything you said. Yeah, the combat's pretty fun. All the characters are unique.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the repetitiveness is what might hinder this game in the end. We will see. We'll find out. The city that you fight in,
Metropolis.
Thank you, is very expansive. It seems like. So I think there's gonna be a lot of places to go, a lot of people, like a lot of good like little areas to fight in and stuff, which is gonna be miles ahead of Marvel's Avengers, what we played. Although we did like that game very much and played a lot of it.
Do you think this will be less repetitive than Marvel's Avengers based on what you played so far? Because that game, like,
it is hard to
was
say.
pretty hindered by that.
We only play like we might have like done a few missions and stuff, but I don't know. From what people are saying online, it's going to get really repetitive.
Yeah,
Who have played more than we have?
It does feel so. The world itself feels to me a little repetitive, just because like you'll defeat a wave of enemies in a certain area. Like they'll have an outpost or something like that, like some cannon. You'll defeat them and then you'll go away and they'll reappear like that. So I can see that getting repetitive and just running around and constantly fighting enemies and stuff like that. But then they have like Brett and I got to a point where they had side missions that we can use. And they had some gaming gimmick to it, protect this area or like take out this many enemies in this time frame or stuff like that, which is fun. But it like for that part, it gets competitive between the players themselves because Brett and I were trying to get first place the whole time, and whoever gets first place becomes the leader, and they get to pick where you go and all that shit. So
that's right.
Yeah, I found that fun, because.
Well, yeah, because you got first place every time,
Yeah,
bitch.
I did. So, but that was super fun because we were playing the game, doing the story, but then we can also like, hey, let's fucking go up against each other in these side missions that we didn't even realize that we were going up against each other until we did one. And then they had unique enemies. They had like a lot of sniper rifle guys. They had the brutes and stuff like that, and then the mini guys running around. I found it pretty fun, but like you said, I could see that getting repetitive. But yeah, side missions were fun.
Yeah. I definitely, I feel like this is going to fall in the vein of Marvel's Avengers more than I kind of expected it to. It sucks. I mean, it's hard for Rocksteady in this situation because this has never been like, they come from they have a lot to live up to with what they've built so far. And the fact that this is going to be so different it's going to be hard for a lot of people, I think. But I thoroughly enjoyed the gameplay, and the traversal was, like you said, I mean, even at the end of the 3 hours, I was still struggling to figure out some of the traversal mechanics and remembering some of the buttons and stuff. But I do like how diverse they are and how much verticality there is. But I like that we have an open world to play in, which is one of the big gripes we have for Avengers. But I'm nervous in that I feel like this world is like basically a sandbox with no substance.
Yeah.
Visually it's beautiful, but it's like you run around and like the only thing that's there is just like enemies waiting to fight you.
Yep.
And it's not like, you're playing, Spider-Man, you land on the ground, you run into somebody you can high five or like have a conversation with or whatever. Like it just seems like this environment is here just because it's a very mobile game to move around with, and you have just like, shoot 'em up targets everywhere as you're running around. And that's something that I'm worried about the more we get into it.
Yeah. Well, I think the way it's built and designed is for the, the having a battle pass and stuff. And it's just like games as a service type thing. And I think that, if anything, that is what's going to really hurt this game in the end. But kind of switching gears, playing the story bits were amazing. Like, they were great.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I loved every part of it, like every bit of it, like getting to know the characters, getting to know what's actually going on and what's happening, and Brainiac and how he's attacking the city and stuff, and you get to see the Flash and Batman, and it's just like, oh shit, this is it.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to keep people hooked for however long the story is. But then after that, it's like, where do we go? What do we do? There's a freaking battle pass here. Like, I'm sure you're going to have to like replay the story multiple times to do X, Y, or Z. And I mean, I don't know how long you can actually do that.
Well, I'm really curious too, like what their post game content's going to look like. Because if the story is 15, 20 hours long or whatever, you finish that. Are we going to get like what Avengers didn't do a good job of? Is like continue that story and expanding on it and stuff like that. And I don't know if that's going to be part of the cards. I think they may have mentioned that there will be story elements, but there's also new characters that are supposed to come with it too, which I'm also a little nervous about that. So it's going to be, there's a lot of unknown still on the story, but I agree. Like the cutscenes and the dynamics between the characters I really, really loved in the cutscenes that we played. And I think that part is, I mean, it's Rocksteady's moment to shine there. And I even like that one mission that we played that was like, got way darker and you're like traversing through like the dark chasms of some area where Batman was hanging out. And
where like, Batman was hunting you fucking down.
You're being hunted and stuff. Jesus and I was like, Christ. That was a really cool, different type of mission, that was unique in that, especially like taking you out of the metropolis and getting more intimate in the environment and stuff like that. So that was really, really fun. But I'm hyped on the story. I think it's cool and it's different. It's not Batman, but I think that's a good thing. And I like that there's a lot more color and more character to the world. I like the humor a lot. So I think that part's going to really shine, but will it keep us engaged post completion of the story?
Well,
does it need to?
Yeah. I also like the fact that if I do play this by myself and you guys fall out of it, you can still switch.
I won't fall out of it, don't you worry.
You can still switch between characters that you're not utilizing. You can play around with them. Even when Brett and I were on, we were assigned 2 characters, the one that we picked, and then we were assigned another one that we can switch back and forth through. Kind of wish they would let us select any of the characters.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. So like if the only character I can't select is obviously the one that Brett's playing. I kind of wish that was the case instead of, oh yeah, you only can pick the character that you have now and this other random character we gave you. And I'm like, that's weird. So
maybe that'll change whenever the game. Maybe that was just like a weird glitch in the leak or whatever. But
maybe so.
Jeez. Yeah, apparently there was a leak for how long it will take to beat this game, and this is on Reddit. Apparently, Miller Leaker guy said anywhere from 8 to 20 hours, depending on pace. Don't know if that's accurate or not.
That's a big gap, though.
8 to 20. Yeah, 8 to 20. 20 sounds like definitely.
Yeah, I would bet you it's not going to go past 20 though.
Even that's kind of like short.
But 20
for something like this.
it, I don't know.
Yeah,
if you're mainlining it and it's 20, that's probably a good amount of time.
Yeah,
that's all you're doing.
So I think Avengers was 13, I believe, 13 to 14, which was a little shorter than I think it needed to be. But yeah, I think this one, 12 and a half. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, 20 hours. Like, if you have a good, decent, long campaign, have a battle pass for some reason with this. Like, what are we going to do after? Like, what do we do?
Afterwards, you have those, like,
game?
What we were saying.
Those missions and objectives and stuff.
And stuff like that.
That's going to get repetitive
and
boring.
And we only touched on, like, 2 of them. And then you also have all the Riddler shit that you have to do, which I don't understand why IGN's like, oh, it's great that the Riddler shit's back. No, it's not.
Yeah, that's not the hype part of it. Yeah.
Why is that what you were excited about?
Yeah, like, the one good thing is that the Riddler missions are back. I don't know if that was sarcasm or not, but it wasn't funny.
Yeah, I think that was definitely truth. That was him being honest. I'm like, nah, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah. So there is, I mean, there's obviously a leveling system. There was opportunities for us to swap out gear. We did get a couple of gear pieces that we were able to swap. So like, I don't mind that. I know it's like people don't want this game to be live service, but I thought that was totally fine. Yeah. And I thought there was definitely some value I noticed in like switching out my guns and stuff with my character. And I was like, oh no, I'm definitely stronger now. When we got the special ability, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the special abilities are fun.
Yeah. So there's a lot of interesting aspects there. I mean, I think this may become a junk food game. I don't know. I mean, I hate for us to say Rocksteady Games a junk food game, but it very well could be that.
Yeah.
But
I don't see this getting like game of the year.
No.
You know.
But I mean, Marvel's Avengers, like we said, 100 hours. I mean, it was great. I think the campaign in that game was good. So this game likely will do better.
Yeah.
From a story perspective. So I think that could be a positive thing.
Yeah, I think the story's going to be great. Just hope we can keep on those coattails.
That's
DLC?
right.
We're going to have DLC?
Oh, there
they're
will be.
planning on releasing more squad members and stuff like that. But,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Suicide
Deathstroke,
Squad.
fucking maybe Bane.
Are they gonna have like a
Man, Peacemaker,
different
Bloodsport.
different like reality heroes come in?
I don't know.
Is that how they're gonna do it? Like, oh, Batman's back and he's bad from a different reality.
Different reality. I don't know. I don't know.
So there's a rumored post-launch seasonal content article here. During year 1, they say season 0, episode 1, launch, campaign, and endgame. Episode 2 will be something called Finite Crisis. Season 1, episode 1 will be Fear, featuring Joker. Episode 2, Duality. So there's going to be like broken down different episodes, which might be new story beats. But they're also talking later on, like season 2 will feature Killer Frost or Nora Fries. Season 3 would feature Zoe Lawton, aka Lawless. Season 4 could feature Deathstroke. So there'll be new characters, seemingly new story beats. So
Interesting.
that's could be cool. I'll be curious though if it's more like a Diablo 4 expansion,
Yes.
or like a Diablo 4 like seasonal update. You know what I mean? Where it's just like,
Yeah.
here's a little slight modification
Oh.
to some stuff here. You know.
Is the DLC gonna be free?
No.
I forget. I don't know.
Some some DLC stuff's free. Like
Well, what-
Diablo you get free seasonal
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
seasonal stuff. I don't think they're going to. I don't know about that. I didn't know about that.
Well, I think that the deluxe edition doesn't come with any of that. So you get pre-order bonus, 72-hour early access, classic outfits, rogue outfits, 1 battle pass token, which will give you premium battle pass access. Okay, so they're breaking it down. So each season is a battle pass. So they're going to have a battle pass like you would in Rocket League, Fortnite. And in that season, there'll be new content that's released with it. A character, probably a battle pass to unlock new skins and shit. And you get 1 token to buy 1 season.
I kind of hope this game fails. Oh no! Think about it. This single player, well, not single. This camp like
Yeah, I see what
single
you're
player
saying.
campaign, which technically could be, and you just switch between the characters you want, is successful enough where it's like, oh, we can start adding battle passes to single player games, and that's how you unlock all these extra stuff.
But they already do
you
that.
have to pay us money.
Well, Marvel's Avengers did it, but Marvel's
Yeah.
Avengers had like
And it
the
failed.
war table, and they had like areas that you had a reason to go back to and revisit and play over again. This one has an open map. I don't know. Battle Pass is bad for this.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I mean, imagine
don't want it to fail.
if any of the Arkham games had a freaking battle pass in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, I agree. It is a weird addition because I'm like, I don't really care about having a whole bunch of skins for these 4 characters. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for fun co-op with my friends that has diverse gameplay and like experiences and stuff like that. I don't want to freaking put on a Christmas suit for King Shark when Christmas rolls around. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be like, I don't need that in this game.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I don't think you're gonna get that, but you're gonna get.
have
stuff
you seen
that's
the
like,
pre-order freaking outfit, man? It looks like garbage.
Which one?
The classic outfits.
Oh yeah. Well, these are classic outfits.
yeah,
No
they're
one cares
classic.
about
I
these.
know, they look terrible. I hate them.
No one should have these.
I don't want that.
I prefer to get the other one. Oh, that's not it.
The Justice League one?
Yeah, the Justice
League one looks cool.
Actually, the ones for PlayStation exclusive look pretty cool
Which
too.
ones are those?
Let's look it up.
They're called rogue outfits.
There you go. He'll find it for you. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about is that I think people are hyped. I think we've seen that from like just everyday gamers on YouTube outside of the actual publications. Like they are excited for all this stuff
Yeah.
for this game. But I think every game that gets pushed out, was it Ubisoft? Or someone said recently, like, People need to get over owning games for the subscription stuff to take off. Someone said that recently. I forget who said that, but someone in gaming. So I feel like every game, especially like they take these big franchises, it's all speculation, but they take these big franchises and they're trying to push the needle on like how to just milk us for more money. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, God dang it. Like, how much is it going to be to get the battle pass? Is that $10?
Probably like $10.
Probably 10.
Yeah. Can you imagine like having to pay? You're going to buy the game for 50, 60, 70 bucks.
Yeah.
And then for the foreseeable future, they're going to get an extra $10 out of you potentially.
Yeah.
For up to like, I don't know, 5 seasons? That's extra $50?
4 seasons.
6 seasons?
Yeah.
4
That's
seasons?
where it comes to the consumer that they just don't need to buy it. They don't need that.
Yeah.
So it's on the consumer.
Depends how much you love the game, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
true.
And I could see value. It's like, just like, you know, Marvel Snap. It's like, I mean, that was free, but like when that game, or Battlefield is a paid game, and I've been buying seasons for that because I thoroughly enjoy that game.
Yeah.
And I've actually enjoyed the cosmetics that they brought out with it because I like that they're not a bunch of like, they're the one game that's not putting a bunch of like stupid cosmetics in their experience, but they've kept it grounded in reality, and that's nice. So
I think for a multiplayer game, it makes sense. Because like the whole reason you're playing that game is to go online and fight people. So it's like, oh, if I do certain things, I'm going to get cool skins to put on my guy to make myself look cool and go fight people.
Yeah.
This is a single player game.
well, technically,
It's not
multiplayer.
I mean, it's multiplayer game.
Co-op multiplayer.
co-op
It's a campaign game.
Being sold as a
specifically,
multiplayer game.
not
That's the thing.
online multiplayer.
Yeah, it's a campaign game. It shouldn't be.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a battle pass to it.
Yeah.
Like Marvel's Avengers, I felt like,
And if
as
they,
shitty as their story was, I still bought skins.
I like
Play
their
with you
story.
guys.
yeah, you did, and that's what they should do with this. Is
Yeah.
like you can just buy the skins online on the shop
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. We'll see. But I don't know. I wonder, maybe the battle pass will like surprise us and they'll be like, hey, you get like new abilities or something to the battle pass, or, you know,
That would be
like,
so
That
stupid.
would be so fucking.
I mean, imagine you can be like
it's just
freaking
like with goddamn Marvel
superpowers.
Oh,
Buy levels.
Buy this emote fucking bullshit, or buy this takedown. This takedown's cool. You want it?
That's true.
Fucking-
That's true. It's true.
I don't want it.
Well, what do you guys think this is going to come in as Metacritic wise? Let's predict score.
We're talking about story or like overall.
Overall score, average score on Metacritic.
I think
Like
gonna
from
get a
0 to 100.
75.
75?
75. I was.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking 75.
like the story could potentially be like an 8. If we're lucky, a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, so far the story bits that we got in the beginning was interesting, and cool, and unique.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Yeah.
whenever we were first talking about Suicide Squad, Rocksteady has the story. They have it. It's just them diving into this new like thing. It's just.
Well, I don't think it's them. Who owns Rocksteady now?
WB.
I don't think anybody owns Rocksteady.
Rocksteady owns Rocksteady.
Yeah. I think they're an independent studio. I'm pretty sure. Oh, they are Warner Bros.
They're
Huh.
Warner Brothers Games Development Studio.
Wow.
Okay.
Did I know that?
So yeah. So I'm sure it's Warner Brothers trying to milk more shit. I don't know. Maybe it does work out where it's like, hey, if you guys want more stuff, you could always get this. But then they're always going to be like, look at the cool stuff in the Battle Pass. You got to buy it. Come on. Just give us $10. It's fine. Come on.
I mean,
fall
What
off
if the,
of it
what
and
if
you
the
don't wanna
battle
play
pass
anymore?
was just $1? Would y'all get it?
Well, yeah.
oh, yeah.
Okay. I think they just need to change the price on it.
Yeah.
If it was $5, I'd be way more like, okay, yeah.
$3.
Because like, how much shelf life is going to have after you beat the campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to be much until something new comes out.
Yeah.
Then you're forced to buy DLC so you can continue on a battle pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing weird shit.
I'm telling you, man. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I want to replay this. Like, just because there's 4 characters, I'm not gonna want to replay to try out a new character.
I think there's going to be a new story. There's supposed to be a new story
that's
that
fine.
comes with the season.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I think that's free. It's only the Battle Pass
It's just the
cosmetics you
battle
have to
pass
pay
and
for.
cosmetic. Okay.
I'm pretty sure, but
Hope so.
don't quote me on that.
Quoted.
But yeah, so Suicide Squad. We'll find out for sure. Next podcast, we will have potentially a review
it 2
on
weeks?
it. No, 9 days.
yeah, I was
9
like,
days,
it's
2
coming
weeks.
up.
1 week.
Yeah.
1 week and 2 days.
2 weeks.
2. Shut the fuck up.
8 days.
Right. But then I got to decide, do I want to put more time in Infinite Wealth or Suicide Squad? I don't know. Anyway. Let us know what you guys think of Suicide Squad. If you played the alpha and you can now talk about it, please let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with the critics or do you agree with the inner gamer? Because we're cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
But concerned about the battle pass as per usual. So let us know what you think.